Today Show performance was so good, Kim.
Thank you so much.
I loved it.
Thank you.
What was it like for you performing on Today for the first time?
Crazy. Well, I've obviously seen a lot of Today Show performances, so it's been kind of a dream of mine. I feel like I used to be in school and just like fantasize about that stuff. So it's really, really cool when that stuff comes true. And I'm just so grateful that so many of my fans came out this early and were like camping out and doing all this crazy stuff. And I just like love them so, so much. And can't believe like just they mean so much to me and make me so happy whenever I see them, and just kind of seeing the joy on their faces and having that moment together was really special.
That's amazing. We gotta talk about the new album, Feed the Beast.
Yes.
Tell me how is this something we haven't heard from you before? What is this album all about?
Well, I think you know, it's definitely, the beast is many things. It can be the music industry, it can be people's opinions about you, it can be yourself and what you're standing in your own way about. I kind of wrote every single song about like a different beast that I feed. It also stems from Feed the Beat. That's what I started from, because that's kind of like what I kind of feel every day. Like I just need to write constantly and don't feel okay if I don't do it for even like a few days. But it's basically doing what you're afraid of and pushing yourself to that. And for me, that was honestly a lot of like public opinion about me and things like that. And Unholy kind of broke that spell a little bit of like, okay, I will survive if I have a big hit, and people's opinions might hurt and things like that. But it is what comes with it, and it is what I need to do in order to make the songs that I want to make, and in order to have the career that I want to have. And I finally don't feel like ashamed of that anymore. And I feel, you know, really proud of that, of kind of just being brave and doing what I love and not being scared of anything.
I love that.
Yeah.
Unholy, it was the song of the year.
Thanks.
I couldn't go anywhere without hearing it and humming it to myself.
Yay.
And it won you your very first Grammy this year. What was that moment like for you?
That moment was very surreal for me. I just remember everything being a blur in that moment, and just getting on that stage and seeing like Jay-Z and Adele and Jennifer Lopez and Doja Cat and all these people, you know, were just like clapping and so happy for me, and I couldn't believe it. But it means for me that I'm not too weird to be on the radio and to have big songs. You know, I think I grew up, you know, I was a kid and I was trans, and that can be very like, you're not welcome in society, you know, and I hope that really changed over the years. I mean, I don't know how it is now, but back then it really was like that. And I really hope that it can show that you can do anything, no matter who you are, no matter what you identify as, no matter what you look like, that, you know, if you're a good person, first of all, but also a hardworking person, a person who, you know, creates their own way and their own, you know, kind of world, because that's how I feel about my music, that you can achieve anything, no matter where you're from or what your past is. And so that for me is the biggest honor, truly. And just to get to thank Sophie, and to get to thank my mom, and to get to thank people that have helped me along the way was really magical, and I'll never forget it. It's amazing.
You have talked about being a little kid growing up in Germany on the side of a highway. You said,
yes.
I think, dreaming this big, big dream.
Yeah.
I know you had a moment with your idol Madonna.
Yes.
Before your Grammy performance.
But right before, yeah. Well, she announced the performance, and that made me proud, of course. I mean, her music means so much to me, and I got to talk off her ears about how much Confessions on a Dance Floor means to me, and how much Ray of Light means to me. And she's just such a barrier breaker in every single way. I think for me, that was kind of the first time seeing someone who just like defies gender and like all of that stuff, and like proudly does that, and just is all of the things, and you know, her own iconic person. And I just really admire that about Madonna, and I admire that she doesn't back down, and that she remains the same person. And that's inspiring to me as an artist, as a person, to just remain true to myself, and I feel like she truly does that.
Didn't she say, like, go get him, bitch, or something like
Yeah,
that?
yeah, she whipped her, she had a little whip, and she was like, I'll get it, bitch. And it was iconic. And I will never get over it, and I could have died. But I was tied up, like, I had, like, my hands tied up over my head, so I really couldn't do anything. I was just trying to mouth, like, Madonna. You know, it was nuts, and definitely, like, just such a surreal moment.
Core memory.
Core memory unlocked, yeah.
So good.
The collapse of my life.
Can we talk about your style for a second? Because your style is so rad.
Thank you.
You're just so unique. I love these nails.
Thank you.
How would you describe your style?
I would describe my style as an expression of how I feel very deeply. And it does go back to my childhood and, you know, going to school in boys' clothes and being at home in girls' clothes. And that kind of, I think, just gave a different meaning to clothing for me because it became a part of myself and really became, I don't know, like an armor against people and against other people's opinions, something that makes me feel, you know, myself. So I take it day by day, and like I really don't think I have a style. I think I very much just switch it around every single day completely by how I feel. But I can't write songs if I don't wear a good outfit. I can't. Like, it's just such a part of me expressing myself and seeing the looks for the music video and all of that whenever I write songs. So it's just very tied in with the words that I gravitate towards, the beats I gravitate towards. I think it's just the full package, and it's important.
I think your fans love it too. I mean,
yeah.
Everyone gets so inspired.
I'm inspired by their style a lot. I follow a lot of my fans since years, and a lot of them have great style and a great aesthetic, and I get very inspired by them.
Yeah. The tour. Major tour. You're going all over the U.S., all over Europe.
Yes.
What do you love about touring, and what cities are you most excited to get to see?
What I love about touring is stage for me is the freest place on the planet. Like, I don't think I ever feel as good as I do on stage, and I think my goal has always been to tour for forever, because that's just my nothing comes close to it. And my fans, just the energy they give me is so inspiring and pure, and whenever we do a concert together, I feel like it just like so much weight is off my shoulders, and I feel so like relieved after, and it's amazing. And this tour is definitely the biggest tour I've done and biggest production I'm doing. I'm very ambitious. I'm pushing myself very hard. I think I've worked very hard on, you know, choreo and things like that, and how do I do choreo, and how do I just become a better performer. And I think you can really tell now that I've grown as a performer, and I'm proud of that, and I want to show it. But I think the nature of the Feed the Beast tour is there's definitely going to be some beast elements in there, and I think a lot of the kind of aesthetic and vibe, like I always wanted to do like kind of a German dungeon vibe, and so yeah, you're just gonna definitely gonna be a surprise, but I'm very excited for it, and I think it's gonna be the best show I've ever done.
Yeah, Pride is this week in New York.
Yes.
Obviously, it's been all month.
Yes.
What is your message to people, kids out there watching this right now, feeling like they don't belong, feeling like they can't follow their dreams?
You can follow your dreams always, but you need to find that in yourself. Just I think if you tell yourself, you know, then it's already yours. Like whatever you want, if you just tell yourself you already have it, it's going to be possible and it's going to be yours. I feel so much for especially young transgender kids out there, and I understand what that feels like, and I'll never, you know, not be affected by it, by growing up trans, and how people look at that, and how kind of much that, you know, gender means to people, that they're so mean to you if you're anything that's not exactly, you know, what people think it is. And I think being gay, being lesbian, all of that stuff, it's just, you're just automatically gonna have it a little harder in the start of your life. And then Pride becomes something where you kind of remember that and you celebrate how far you've come, and you get to do it with your friends. And yeah, I really hope that people can be in general just much less judgmental of other people, and that, you know, love is the most important thing, kindness is the most important thing in life. And I just hope that every Pride we kind of remind ourselves of that, to, you know, to be a little nicer to people, because it's hard to be yourself no matter what. And so yeah, that's what I'm going to do this Pride. I just always remember, especially the people who came before me, who kind of paved the way for me. I'm grateful to them, and yeah, I'm grateful we have spaces that we can live out our lives and listen to the music we want to listen to and be however we want to be. And that's what I'm going to do this weekend in New York. I'm excited.
Well, I'm an ally, and I love how you stand for your community and how you inspire so many people and provide
Thank
them
you.
a home.
Thank
Really,
you.
so.
It's really important to me, and it will never not be. And I think a lot of my friends, and I just want to protect them so much, you know, because now for me it's like, it's a different story. You know, I have like a name, and I release music, and I've got a Grammy and all of that, which is nice to have. But it's yeah, it's in the real world, it's very hard, and I remember that, and I will never not remember that. And so I'm in touch with a lot of them. I check in on a lot of them, and I just try to be, you know, someone that really cares, and you always know, like, I'm there for you. And yeah, I love y'all.